Hi guys, just Hans with another video. So please subscribe because today I'm definitely going to reveal my YouTube setup, and I've been going through so many changes and iteration to get to this point. So I'm just gonna show you what it takes for me to shoot a YouTube video. Excuse the mess because this place always changes as I have to take out gears, go for a shoot. But I do try my best to keep this YouTube setup as frictionless as possible. So I don't really like a lot of friction when I do shoot my YouTube video. The tripod always stays here. The only thing I take some time is the camera, but my main workhorse camera is the Canon 800D. You guys know that, especially for photos. So this is the camera I use the most. And I will take the X-T2 as my backup camera, or just if I want to do different stuff, or I really want like better photo quality in terms of like if I need to edit or it's very challenging. But in most cases, the 800D that I'm holding here does everything that I need. And I also have the X-T1. And as you guys know, for those who've watched my last video, I'm planning to get the Sony A7 IV. That will become like my main camera, and the X-T2 will literally live on the tripod that it is on right now. So if I need to show you, so this is the tripod that it is on right now. So it's just a normal tripod. It's even a heavy old style tripod. And I have a pan and tilt head there from Zipun. So this just allows me to control the camera direction, because as you can see, I don't need to like move. I don't need to move myself and move the camera. That's one thing that I really hate. So I can move it up and down so I can frame myself properly. That's pretty much what it does. So just to avoid having to move the camera up and down when I'm shooting. So it's on most of the time when I am shooting. And I got a light here. So I don't use a soft box per se. I use a stripped box. So let me just increase my shutter speed. You guys can see with a grid. I'm using a strip box because first of all, it's smaller than a bigger softbox or a dome. So a strip box really just makes sense in the space that I am in, because I only had like a tiny space, a tiny corner of my upstairs or my loft. So that's just a tiny corner that I use for all of the stuff. So everything I shoot goes through OBS. So this is where I don't need to do a lot of editing. I don't need to do a lot of exporting. I prefer shooting on OBS because it really does allow me to not export the video. I hate exporting stuff that I have to edit for YouTube. YouTube is supposed to be very simple, and this is the way I personally make it very, very simple. So I know that it's not straightforward and simple per se because, I'm using a software to, why don't I just shoot straight into the camera? It will make my life easier. One of the reasons why I got the DJI, so if you haven't watched that video as well, watch that video. One of the reasons I got the DJI Osmo Pocket is because I also wanted to make it very simple for me to shoot behind the scene and every type of content. With the DJI, it just makes a lot of sense. But for YouTube, for example, just one click of a button, the light, I can switch it on and off with a remote. I have a remote here for the light. What do I show? So I have the remote here for the light, and anything else is pretty much just a touch of a button. So this is my OBS that records everything. I have an audio interface here. It's the Evo one. I don't even know what, Evo 4 by Audient. Yeah, so there is my audio interface. So that just allows me to get audio straight into like my as you can hear. So audio straight into my video. I don't need to do a lot of stuff when it comes to audio editing or so my levels are pretty always okay. I'm always checking them when I'm recording. And then I have a cheap microphone here. It's from iBrid. It's just very, very cheap. And my background lights are just some cheap bar lights this was from, what is that one? From Wish.com. Yeah, I bought them from Wish.com, if not Alibaba. So I'm just hanging them off like, one is on a magic arm there, and another one is on a tiny tripod. It's actually charging now because I haven't used this in such a long time. So basically, that's my setup for YouTube. And it's just pretty much a click of a button, everything, and I start recording because I really hate breaking down and up stuff. When I'm done shooting, I move my tripod out of the way, But generally, Discord, I'm always here alone. My wife comes here from time to time, maybe once in a blue moon. She could use my computer, but generally, it's only me who comes here, and it's just easier. Maybe it's gonna be easier for me also to create videos because I have the DJI Osmo Pocket. I don't have to lug a big camera when I have to do other stuff outside. Then I can talk about those stuff here, and it will probably be like a productive system for me. So I'm really big on like creating a process or systems that allows me to remove as much friction when it comes to editing, or even when it comes to like shooting, especially the shooting part of the YouTube video that requires a lot of things. That is one thing that I really struggle a lot with. So being able to be as productive and as fast with as minimal friction, that's something that I really value a lot. So this is how I create my YouTube video, and maybe this is something that can inspire a few people. I wish the setup was a bit more cleaner. That is something that I really wish it could be cleaner. Definitely, it could be cleaner. But that zip-on head, I don't know why I haven't been using it for so long, and I had it. And yeah, so I don't have to move the camera up and down because that camera doesn't have a flip out screen. So I am sometimes, I must sometimes have to go behind the camera and shoot and like fix with the tripod. But with the zip-on head, it's such, everything should have a remote control, to be honest. Even the camera should just have like a button where you press start record. Everything would be so much easier if there was a remote control. That would be so much better. So that's pretty much it for this video. This is how I shoot my video, and this is going to be my new setup for 2026. This is the first video of 2026. I hope so. If I don't post it by the 31st when I'm shooting it. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out, right? And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the support that guys have showed me. I'll see you on the next video, and peace out. We'll be talking about more stuff, YouTube related, photography, videography, because it's announcing itself as a big, busy year, which I'm really happy about. So peace. Bye. That was a